In this video, we're going to be discussing the interfacing or the connection of a CardioMD laptop or acquisition computer to a Pegasys computer. In order to successfully connect the CardioMD laptop to the Pegasys computer, the first thing we need to do is fully understand our network environment. That includes IP addresses, host names, and so forth. I'm going to simplify it in this example. We will be using ADAC standard numbering sequence and names. Well, not so much names. What we are going to use is 192.9.200.1 for the Pegasys, and we're going to use 192.9.200.5 for the CardioMD. First thing we want to do is make sure our CardioMD is set up to that address. So I'm going to open my computer. I'm going to right click on Network Places, go to Properties. I will see my local area connection. I see it is connected. Right click on it, go to Properties, and I'm going to want to find the TCP/IP port or the TCP/IP selection. In TCP/IP, I'm going to click on Properties, and you notice that right now it's saying obtain automatically. I don't want that, I want static. So we're going to use 192.9.200.5 as a pseudo standard IP address for the Pegasys. That is really the only, or for the CardioMD, that is the only information we really need to put in here. And I'm going to say OK and say close. Take a few seconds. The system is dealing with that. I can kill all my windows. Now, if I click on Start, I can click on Run, type in CMD. I'll get a command line window. I should be able to ping my processing system. And I happen to know it's 192.9.200.1. I can see I can ping it. I have successfully got my IP addresses or both my computers on the same subnet, and they can talk. This is a good thing. The next thing we need to do is in our CardioMD, we are going to need to define the IP address and the AE titles for the Pegasys. In order to change your node configuration, you're going to go down to your Tools selector down in the bottom left. You'll get your Tools. Now I'm going to go into Service. When I click on Service, it's going to ask me for a password. The password is DDD, David, 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 all capitals. Now I have my node configuration. In node configuration, this is my database. If I double click on it, it tells me it's my local database. And that's all I have in here. So I'm going to add a new node. I could click it here or I could click here. Doesn't really matter. I don't want to add another database or any kind of files in a folder or anything like that. I want to add a DICOM connected station. So click select. The node name up here is just simply a descriptor. It's to help you identify where this stuff is going. So we're going to put in the word Pegasys. Yep. Okay. Here it says name of the connected station. Again, that sounds like just kind of a nice name. You know, what do we want to call it? It, in fact, is the host name of the system, and it needs to be correct. So, ADAC is the host name of the system. The AE title. I happen to know the AE title of the Pegasys, and that AE title is ADAC. The IP address is 192.9.200.1. That is the IP address we just pinged a second ago. And we know that port 104 is standard, although it could be a different port. Are patients automatically exported to this node? We're going to say yes. And we're going to say save. Now, we have our CardioCam, which is the local database. We have a Pegasys, which is our remote connected station. Now, you would think that this would work at this point. It in fact will not. If I was to go to my patients, Well, if I had a patient and I was to highlight it and I was to say export, it would fail. The reason it would fail is it is not fully configured on this system yet. We are missing one part. In our configuration, we had identified ADAC is the host name and 192.9.200.1 is the IP address. But CardioMD program knows about that. Windows does not. We have to tell Windows about it. So I'm going to click on what I did is I hit my Windows button, click on Run. I'm going to type in Notepad and hit Enter. Now that I'm in Notepad, I'm going to say File, Open, and I'm going to navigate to my C drive, my Windows drive, my System32 drive folder, my drivers folder, my Etsy folder, and you'll notice I don't seem to see anything. That's because it's looking for text files. I'm going to say all files. Now I will see a host file in there. It is truly a text file, it just doesn't have that extension on it. Click Open. This is my host file. This is the host names and the IP addresses that this Windows machine knows about. So I'm going to add in 192.9.200.1 and I'm going to give it the name ADAC. File, save, and now Windows understands ADAC is 192.9.200.1 and the CardioMD application understands ADAC is 192.9.200.1. They have to match or it will not work. We've already saved it, doesn't really matter. So this concludes the part of the configuration on the CardioMD's side. The support staff at Universal Medical are here to assist you with all of your nuclear medicine technical and parts related questions. Please call us at 888-239-3510.